friends. How are you guys doing? I hope everybody is having a fantastic day wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. I hope that you are striving and thriving and loving yourself and the people that you are with, because that is what it is all about. Thank you so much for stopping in today, guys. Today, we're going to be talking about a new movie that came out like a week and a half ago, 2025, directed by Mr. Francis Lawrence. This is The Long Walk. But before we put on our boots, lace them up and strap them down, hit that like and subscribe button for me, because we are going to get into this. And man, okay, so guys, there may be some spoilers. So if you don't want spoilers, now is probably the time to go check out another one of my videos. But guys, this is one of my favorite movies of the year, right behind Sinners. Man, this was something. It was a coming of age story in the rawest possible sense. So apparently there's been a great cataclysm. There's a big civil war, and it's a lot like the Hunger Games. These people, like, there's famine and disease and all this crazy stuff going on, and these people, they basically volunteer to go on the long walk. Now, the long walk, you just walk until everybody's eliminated, basically. The winner gets one wish and untold riches kind of thing. Kind of like Hunger Games, where it's like if you win, your family can eat and all that good stuff, right? But this is more sadistic, more realistic, more visceral than any Hunger Games movie. This, we have a kid in Cooper Hoffman. Now, for you who don't know who Cooper Hoffman is, that is the son of late, great performer, thespian, actor, Philip Seymour Hoffman. Personally, one of my favorite actors of all time. I think he was gone too soon, but substances will do that to you. You know what I mean? So, it's got his son in it, and he's a fantastic actor, okay? His son is following in the footsteps of his father. Fantastic actor. Then we also have David Johnson. And to tell you who David Johnson is, if you've seen the movie Alien Romulus, he plays Andy in that. The cyborg kind of quasi-brother of Rain, the main character. Both of these characters. Now, there's an assortment of charismatic characters in this film. We have, we start out, there's a person from each state, okay? There's a person from each state, all 50 states. They start walking. And now, when I'm watching it, I'm thinking to myself, how are they going to fill a 2-hour film of just walking? Just walking, right? I mean, of course there's going to be dialogue and stuff like that, but how are they going to make this intriguing and engaging and keep me hooked from point A to point B? They did it immaculately. Not only is the writing, now this is based off of a Stephen King story, guys. This is based off of one of his works, and normally Stephen King adaptations can be hit or miss, right? I mean, we've got some classics like The Shining and It, but then we've got some not so classic ones, Actually, if I'm being honest, every Stephen King movie I've ever seen, except for maybe like 2, has been really good. The Dark Tower, but that's beside the point. Mostly Stephen King adaptations are fun, and they're good. And this is no different. This is just, the story itself is written so concisely, and it's so human. It's very human. Human storytelling at its finest. Because what happens when you're, walking with these different people? You're telling stories about your life. You are developing these characters in a way that makes you care about them. So when one of them finally gets, eliminated or their ticket punched or whatever, you feel for them. You feel the anger and the suffering and the heinousness. You feel all of this through the other characters that are experiencing it. I love that. There are not a whole lot of movies anymore today where they take the time to develop a character properly. There's a lot of storytelling. There's a lot of like, ooh, ah, but there's nothing that has any meat and potatoes to it. And this has substance. This makes you feel for the characters. We have all of them have different motivations for winning this thing, right? For instance, Garrity, who's our main character, he's Philip Seymour Hoffman's son. His motivation is to win so that he can get revenge on the guy who killed his father. That's his motivation. And then we have David Johnson's motivation. He just wants some money to eat and feed his family kind of thing. And we have 4 or 5 different characters that we really focus on through this entire film. And our big bad, our heavy, our guy that we want to see bite it in the worst kind of way is Mark Hamill. And Mark Hamill plays an incredible bad guy. His name is the Major. And he pushes these boys. He talks all kinds of smack to these kids. They're walking constantly. He goes and has a bourbon and eats some fried chicken and hangs out in his tent all night and then comes back the next morning and starts, motivating these kids to keep walking. And it's just like, man, this guy's a real DB, douchebag, man. He is not a good cat. And so then we find out more of his history and the way that all of this is told. Like I said, it is just superbly written because nothing is just thrown out. It's not just like, here, this is a bit of information. Like, you have to listen, you have to pay attention, but you also, they don't show you everything at once and then they're like, okay, well, here's the rest of the movie. They reveal things in layers like an onion, and it was just superbly made, guys. The acting is phenomenal. The special effects, some of the most graphic executions I've seen, okay? And I've seen a lot of war movies, a lot of World War II, Vietnam movies where people are getting executed by the bad guys, but this stuff is like, golly, man, it would be horrible to have diarrhea and you have to squat and poop, but if you stop and fall under, you get executed. Could you imagine getting shot in the head while you're taking a doo-doo on the street while other people are walking with you? That's hardcore, bro. Like, that is gnarly. And they don't hold back. They don't shy away. Now, the special effects, most of them, 99% are probably CGI because it's hard to show somebody get their face blown off, legitimately without, incredible amounts of talented effects artists. But the executions are horrible. They're awful, but they're awesome. They look great. Even though they're CGI, they look incredible, right? Look fantastic. But it's not for the faint of heart. The story itself is not for the faint of heart because, sadly, I could see myself, my kids, my grandkids in something like this one day in the United States if things keep going the way they're going. Like, I could see this actually happening or something similar, and that's terrifying. So is this a prophetic movie? Maybe. Is it an enjoyable movie? Hell yes. It is well worth your time, well worth your money to see it in the theater. My son wanted to see it, and that's the reason. I wanted to see it, but my kid wanted to see it more. And I'm glad I took him to see it because, again, 4.5, 5 stars, guys. Second favorite movie of the year so far. It is worth your time. Go see it in the theater. Buy it when it comes out because it is one of those films that will stand the test of time as something people will watch and be like, man, 20 years ago I watched this, and then they'll tell their friends about it. And then they'll tell their friends about it. Like, it's one of those types of films, guys. But that is it for The Long Walk. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Before we take our boots off and stop walking, hit that like and subscribe button for me. And as always, my friends, I am going to keep making them as long as you keep watching them. Peace out. God bless you, and I will see you soon.